closer look on the Dark Soldier 2. Yes, it's come with a cardiac sheet. I want to have it that way, and there's a tackle lock there, but you can attach it with some different ways. And there, you can take it out there and do like this. And as you see, there's a big belly on this knife there, and this beautiful micarta scales. And look at the liners there, guys. This just look awesome. I really think that is beautiful. Yeah, and let's see how the drawing I made match up. And you can see it like this, and I have all the specs there, and you can see, if maybe I can zoom you guys a little bit in, and we got some light problems. We try to, and if you lay the knife over it, you can see the specs is almost 100%. So Shade Indonesia know what he's doing when you send something to him. So that's something that is that is really awesome. So you can draw a knife and send a picture to him, and he will make the knife exactly as you want. And that's something I really think that's awesome. Yeah. And of course, why the knife look like this, I will tell you a little bit more about in a minute. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Custom Viking. Today we're looking at a knife I have designed it for a friend. It's called the Dark Soldier 2. I will try to set a picture up of the Dark Soldier 1. I also have designed it and made Shade Indonesia made for a friend. And today, yeah, this is this knife here, the Dark Soldier 2. Look at this awesome knife. I think that is beautiful. And I have a friend who is a frogman. You can say the frogman is the same as you guys, Navy SEALs over there. And he want me to design a knife for him he could take out in the forest, and also maybe use as a soldier, because he's a still active soldier as a frogman. And he wants a tank of a knife. He wants a beefy knife, but also a knife he could carry. He wants a knife with a big belly also, and he wanted to have some wackiness look over it. And I think I have nailed it with this design here. He wants some scales that he could see, because it is easy to put some black scales or green scales on a knife on that, but he wants something he could see when he was in the water, or maybe he seated at the camp in the forest. So he wants something he could see, and I think this beautiful micarta scales here are awesome. And these scales are something I have seen in other Shade Indonesia's knives. So I sent a picture of him, and he of course could make it. So that is awesome. There were one thing my friend asked me he wanted to do, because the knife he had now, he had hurt his hands so many times when he used the knife for a different task, and that was his knuckles. So because when he do something is almost every time down to the ground, because he has to push down if he has to make some fire or open some cans. So he says every time he had hurt his hands, but he don't want a D-guard, because he want to have his hand to go out and in quickly. So I designed this. You can say this ring there, this is a ring is for easy deploy. And also you have this hook here is when you stab something and you want to pull the knife back, you have this hook here so your hand will not slip. And also I designed it a little bit angled downwards, so when you chop with it you have a good hold on here. And I give this hook there also too. I will put a video up now, you can see. So when you what can I say, move the knife downwards, you will not hurt your knuckles. So you can really put some force to the knife without hurting your hand. So that's why I have made this hook there. L6 steel here and heat treatment. This tree here is the one we chopped down, and it still has its roots on the ground, so it's very, what can you say, solid. And I'll try to to beton it to see what you can do with this L6 steel here. This is a tough test, guys, so let's hope. Now it's only the tip, and let's see if I want you guys have a better look on it. You can see there. Now I want to try to twist it and see what this does. You can see the tip is there, and it's still straight. Let's try to go a little bit further and see how this Dark Soldier hold up to this test here. And look at this, guys. I really want you to be in focus. No cutting out here, guys. You shall have to see it for yourself. And I try to twist it, and you really can't split it. Very easy. That is tough, guys. And let's check the steel and heat treatment, and it's still straight. This is my friend. He asked for a tank of a knife, and I must say he get it. This is awesome. Yes, there you have it. A little bit of testing of this Dark Soldier 2 here in this L6 tool steel. And I have two more knives coming for me. One I made for a friend, and one to myself. I call the Danish Berserker, and I can't wait to show you that knife. This is maybe one of the most beautiful knife I have ever designed, and I think maybe if I am lucky it will come to me before Christmas, but otherwise it will be here in New Year. So yes, the Danish Berserker, guys. Yes, I love that name. Okay, back to this knife here, Dark Soldier L6 tool steel. Awesome. I must say, when I designed this, not because I want to talk myself up all the time, but when I designed this, I know that will be a okay semi chopper for its size, because I have some weight to it here, but I have not guessed that it will be so good for a chopper. It's chopped so much when you hold it back here and chop with it, and also you have seen in the video, it can split and chop very easy. It has so much power when you hit it, because of the weight of the middle of the knife here with this big belly is. You don't want to chop it out here, it's down here with the big belly. And with this hook here, you can have a loose grip and just keep on going on chopping with glove and without gloves. There's no problem. And also you have seen I've done some fine work when I hold a knife like this, and you can make some fine curls, or if you want to make anything else with this knife here. So I know now my friend, who is a frogman, as I said at the start of the video, he will be very glad for this knife here, and I really think it has some Viking spirit over it also. And I really love, as I said at the start, these scales here. This knife here is around 580 grams, so you can say for him to have with on a mission is maybe a little bit heavy, but he asked for something like this, so of course I draw him a knife like this. So again, this good grip here, this is, you know me guys, I have big hands but slim fingers. It fits so good, and you have this end here, you can really do some damage with that also. And one of the things I really love mostly with this knife here is this little hook here, just because you will not slip out of your hands. And also I have shown you, when you use the knife downwards, you will not hit your knuckles, and that was something he want to really have no problems with without the D-guard. So I think I nailed it. And I throw this knife a lot, and and I miss a lot also. Maybe I can show you a little bit clip over there. I miss a lot of times, and I could say, as I talk about all my other videos, when you hit your target with a knife, that's not the problem. The problem when you miss, because you can hit like this or this or this, that can easily bend your knife or wound your knife, but this knife here is still straight. So you can say the L6 tool steel and the heat treatment from Shade Indonesia is an awesome steel, and of course my Danish Berserker is also in this L6 steel there. I tip test this very hard, and I stand on the knife and I throw it a lot of times. I chop with it, I baton with it, and I baton to what can I say, a tree who have his roots in the ground. And when I was in the middle of it, I try to twist it, just because to see how this steel would hold up. You can say, as I mentioned in the start of the video, I want this in 5mm thickness. Can you pry bar or twist with a knife if this is a 1/4 inch and the other one is what we call 3/16, 5mm thick? Yes, you can, because the one thing I really love with a 3/16 or 5mm thick blade, it has a little bit more flatness to it. So of course it's still thick, it's still hard, but you have a little bit flatness to it. When you go up in a 6mm thick and this length of blade here, you will not have so much flatness in it. So it will, you could say, if you damage this knife, it will bend, so you can just bend it back. But I am a little bit more to 5mm blade, but that's also because I am a hiking dude and I want something to be light, if you can say so. Yes, but big shout out to Shade Indonesia. What can I say? Sometimes I send a drawing and I want a knife like this, and I change it 10 times over, and that's also why we maybe get a little bit of misunderstanding with the 6mm and 5mm spine. And but you have saw in the start of the video, I lay this over my drawing, and he really nailed it. So if you want a knife for yourself, you can draw a knife. You don't have to have a computer or a program. You can just sit down and draw it. And of course you have to give him some specs, and he can what can I say, draw the knife you want in that steel you want also. And I want this to have a 90-degree spine. As you also could see, I could take a ferro rod and make some good sparks there. And yeah, I only have good things to say on this knife here. Maybe I want to order one more of them, because I want one for myself. But this is to my friends, and he will be glad for it. And maybe when he have to use it, maybe for 5 or 6 months or something over the spring here, I will come back and maybe I can get him in this YouTube video here and give him his thoughts on this knife here. And they are hard with the knife, and he dive a lot because he is a frogman, and he said he want to take this knife with him. And of course he knows salt water and L6 steel and can rust. That's also why he wants the scales to take off, he will take it off every time he have go to a dive and oil the knife up. You have to oil this knife up every time you use it. Awesome knife. Again, I can yes, a awesome design. That's because I designed it myself, and the sheet of it. Maybe if this would have been to myself, I maybe want a leather sheet, but he asked for a Kydex sheet, my friend, with a tag lock, and of course he shall have a Kydex sheet. I think Shane Indonesia have been better to making sheets. The first sheets I got, the retention was not so tight. The one of them I have the little rune. I made extra rivet up here, and this was perfect. So, but now I think he step up with his Kydex work, and you can also see it is smoothed out, and the rivets are sitting perfect, and it sits okay in the seat. It will not come out. You have to do it really hard, and the ring is, yeah, you can say the ring is for two things. Is when you have it on your hips, it's easy to deploy. You can of course do this, but also if you have to grab it fast and have it in a good long reach, you have the ring there, and you can use the ring for different things. Also, I have shown you in the other videos, I sometimes set it in the wood in front of a fire and put my stick through there, and I can make some bread or something, and also nice to see at your knife when you sit at the fire. And also I think it look awesome. So you can say, why the ring, why not the ring? But what can I say, the big thing is this hook here. I really love this hook. And also I draw this knife first without the ring and the hook, and I don't think it looks so awesome, so I make this ring there and the hook, and I think this came out pretty okay. And this is an awesome badass knife. No matter how you turn it, it looks awesome. It looks like a big, what can I say, tactical chef knife with some Viking spirit over it. So it's really awesome. Also, again, my friend, he wants some hammer finish on the knife. If you make this hammer finish in 5160 steel, you can get a more, what can you say, hammer finish look. This is not what can I say, exactly the same look you have on this L6 steel as you have on the 5160 steel or 52100. So this is, but I really love this dark pattern here, and this go all the way through the knife, and you have this satin finish there and also on the blade. So it's really awesome, and it what can I say, it's easy to move around, and it's fast. So that's something I really love also with this knife here. Yes, thank you for watching this video here in this beautiful winter Danish forest here. So hope to see you again in the next knife. And I only have one thing more to say: don't go hiking, go hiking!